Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video, well, let's take a look at this morning update for Tesla, Nvidia, AMD, SMCI, ARM, Broadcom, Micron, and Intel. So, lot to talk about. Let's start off with Tesla right away. As we'll get to ARM, definitely as per the lot of investments that gonna go through this partnership. Oracle is also ripping through the roof for that reason, but that's something I already talked about yesterday for the technicals. I'll do another video today on that if I get time, but let's take a look at here as for our major important stocks, that is starting off with Tesla. Now, one more thing real quick. None of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion, nothing more than that. All right, so Tesla overall still in the bullish structure. As I said yesterday, $415 is still a potential pivot level you can watch technically. You are still better off trading the rebounds even if this pullback continues. So let's get to the hourly interval right away. So as we were negative yesterday, right? And I mentioned that, sure, the only uptrend, a good really uptrend right away would happen if we get above this $427 area. And you can see today, well, that's pretty much we rejected again. That's why that level was so important. However, at the same time, I mentioned that since overall structure is bullish, you can still trade the rebounds, and there are two possibilities of rebounds. One is that at the level of 415, precisely that's where we got the rebound, right? I mentioned that it has a potential of forming a higher pivot here because overall structure is bullish, and Tesla is just doing that, right? And the second possibility was if we dip below 415, then we are watching a double bottom potential closer to this 200 hours moving average. Well, we got bought back up right from our first scenario of the rebound at 415. Thus, for the day trade though, keeping Tesla in the bullish structure. There's definitely, don't forget that though, this in the supply zone that I gave you yesterday, we still sold off today, but the rebound is holding. So overall structure still holds bullish. It's just that, as I said yesterday as well, it will take a day or two and couple of hours for us to see a foundation here again if we want to stay in this uptrend. And yes, the foundation is forming here again on the lower time frame for the continuation to the uptrend. As long as we have a 415 intraday for the day trade, we are fine. And yeah, so I'm still watching the level above that the level that I provided you where we sold off for the day, but rebound is fine. It's continuing. As long as we stay above today 415, close above 415, we are just fine. At this point, I don't want to see it lose 419, because if it loses that for the day, it will result in the weakness. So not necessarily 415 would hold, but anyways, 415 is the level. As long as we are staying above it, intraday also we are fine, and for the near term, 419 is definitely what I want to keep an eye on. If we lose that, then yes, it will just result into the weakness. So far, at least for right now, rebound is holding, structure is holding. As if we continue to hold, we are just fine on Tesla. And for, as I said, it will take a day or two, and today is the second day in that foundation. So if we can hold above it, 415 in the foundation today, that Tesla is forming here, it's just again fine for maybe taking out the supply zone tomorrow. We'll see that in the afternoon, but for right now in the beginning of the day, things are just fine on Tesla. All right, so that's Tesla. Let's get to Nvidia. So Nvidia just going straight strong today. As I mentioned yesterday, it has given us on the structure as well full-on bullish confirmation yesterday. Let's turn on the tools. I'm on the passive mode and we are bullish, and today we're just seeing a continuation. Is it a surprise to us? No, I already told you guys all this yesterday. Now, hourly interval. So yeah, full on bullish. Let's turn on the tools. All green structure above the cloud and all green structure there. It's still bullish, and yeah, at this point, any of the significant level below is just take it as a support. And Nvidia is just fine, guys. How high can it go? Well, it's okay. So here's the thing. It's getting closer to that very supply zone where we had a huge sell-off. Now, look, if you are in this, if you have access to my tools and you are in this position already, keep taking partial profits. All right, because we are getting very close to that very supply zone, and that did take us down from the all-time highs. Right, that supply zone, you can't forget it. Okay, don't forget the supply zone. It's still an unreacted supply zone. Okay, so which means price will react whenever it gets closer to it. So anyhow, right now structure is still bullish. We still have to trade technicals, but don't forget that supply zone. I do expect some price reaction happen there. May slow it down, but we'll see then if the pivots hold, pullback holds, and for that we'll talk about it when I start to see weakness, if that happens on the lower time frame, and then I'll talk about is the structure still fine. So far structure is still fine even through the pullback, and Nvidia is just fine. It's just that if its supply zone slows it down, we'll start to see that in a day or two, but we'll see. Right now it's fine. All right, AMD. So AMD just been going up straight up. I told you, is this the best time to buy? Did the video a couple of days ago, and was that the best time to buy? Absolutely. Look at it, looking great. Well, I'm happy. So yeah, it's just fine technically, and it has a room. Well, the next level is 127 and 50 cents. Blue box, as long as we're above 121.81 is just fine now also. And let's get to the hourly interval. And also here we are in the bullish structure full on. And that's why I tell you, don't listen to analysts. Look at the bullish structure, beautiful. Still bullish, and yeah. And as long as, well, today we stay above 123 and 55 cents, we are just fine. Analysts, they tell you to buy at the top, they tell you to sell at the bottom. They don't, they just always late to the party. Anyways, AMD is just fine, looking beautiful. I'm loving it. And as I said, AMD was the only one, the cheapest ever, in all these big caps to buy, and I was buying, and I'm still having a lot of it, and I'm just happy, right? So yeah, so that's what we have to find in the market. While all stocks have run up, where's the next buy, right? And so we have to pick an outlier that is still a big cap, good stock, it's a good competitor, especially AMD compared to second to Nvidia, and so that was the only cheapest buy, right? And I mean, it's not like at the top right now, but I have more confidence in AMD than any other, low cap or hype stocks. So these are big cap stocks that when I find them cheaper, I'm really excited about it. All right, SMCI. So SMCI, it did continue higher as I mentioned that it can continue higher. It's still seeing that sell-off pressure, but however, it's technically still in the bullish structure, and as long as we continue to hold above now 32 and 75 cents, we are just fine. Let's get to the hourly interval. Yeah, technically we are still holding higher pivots, and let's turn on the tools on the hourly interval. Yeah, technically we are still in the bullish structure. As long as we still close above today 32 and 70 cents, we are still fine. If we can close closer to 34, we are just better off. So that's what I would like to focus on. And yeah, it still has that sell-off pressure, but it's in the uptrend that I have said yesterday as well, that it can continue higher. At one point it was at 35 as well. So that's that. ARM. Okay, so Oracle, OpenAI, SoftBank to invest up to 500 billion in AI joint venture, and ARM is SoftBank backed company, right? So we are seeing a good support, well, good momentum with that news. Compound that with that, and also not just that, we have been in the bullish structure, and today is just a continuation of the bullish structure, and it's very bullish, guys. I think this time it's going to break out to the all-time highs, not very far away. Yeah, well, look, analysts were telling you to sell this as well. Even here they were telling us that, oh, it's going to go below $100. They downgraded this thing below $100, right? But no, you shouldn't trade what analysts say. You have to use your own judgment and, well, and technicals. That's what I'm here to help you with, for what to do with the technicals. Anyways, it's bullish. I don't have to talk anything about it here. Pullbacks are still a buy on this. Again, just have a stop loss regardless. Nothing is guaranteed. You can use any of the significant levels as per your risk tolerance. But going forward, I would say even if any pullback comes, which is again, it's not a buy today. Today is the time to take partial profits. Buy was long time ago in the bullish structure, all right? Now keep taking partial profits, but to give you an area where we have a good support even through the pullback. It's that area. So overall sentiment would not shift on this to the downside as long as we are above $160 area. Get rid of that trend line. We don't need that anymore. All right, Broadcom. So okay, so Broadcom is gapping up always in the pre-market, but selling off thereafter always. That's what we have on this thing. But it's fine. It's fine. Take it as fine, and it's technically still holding a strengthful structure. Hourly interval still holding that trend line is still fine. All right, so just that. Micron. So let's get to the daily interval first, and still bullish, still in the bullish structure. Definitely we are getting close to the breakout zone area, which is 200 days moving average. Combine that with this ever running resistance levels, and as if we break out above it, this will open up the doors also to the all-time highs almost. So can it do it? Well, I think it has a potential. We'll see, but it's in the first leg. If you had this position in this bullish structure, I would highly suggest take profits here. All right, at least some of the profits, because the first stage is done. Now we are getting to the second stage, which is the 200 days moving average above and the strong resistance level. So at least it will help you to take some profits here. And then if pullback happens, let's say, which will be still a bullish pullback, but at least you would not feel that, oh no, I didn't take the profits there, right? Take some partial profits, and definitely the next leg is above this blue box, and that will open up the doors to all-time highs. Intel. So Intel, as I said over this weekend as well, from many last videos I have been talking about, is just bullish, and it's still in the bullish structure, guys. And pullbacks are just getting bought back up. We are just in the bullish structure and looking nice. All right. So yeah, let's just, before wrapping up, let's revisit Tesla again. And oh, I didn't click it. All right, here we go. And yep, it's just fine, guys. It's still just fine, as pretty much the stuff that I told you yesterday and today as well, just right now in the beginning of this video. Just focus on that, and yeah, we're just fine. It's holding fine, and yeah, it's a little bit of a sideways days, but hey, sideways days in a way that, as I said, it will take now, after having that such a huge supply zone. That supply zone is still reacting today, right? That sell off a little bit, but since overall structure is bullish, we are holding a pivot, we are holding a rebound area. But as I said, it will take up many hours and a day or two for this to form another foundation. All right, so we are seeing that foundation today. So that's where it will take some time. So give it some time. Stock market day trading is a game of patience. All right, guys, I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.